Today is Thursday, December 11th, 2025, and I don't want to go to jail, and I don't want to die over this, but it's like, what would you do? I hired a real estate company. They assigned me a real estate agent. That real estate agent worked with another real estate agent and got me my apartment at Element City Apartments here in Merida, Yucatan. And then I went to a notary, signed a notarized contract, signed 24 promissory notes, paid like a triple deposit, and then paid for the notarized contract too. And it was, I think it was 52,000 pesos in total. And then 8 days later, they robbed me of everything. And what can I do? I went to the Fiscalia for help so many times, over 30 times. I went to Code every day for over a month and told them everything about how the guy had a gun in his pocket and everything. And they did nothing. I went to CNDH. They did nothing. I went to SECOGEY is the acronym, is the anti-corruption building. And Juan Jose Camero Boulevard is, I think, the assistant director. And that's who I submitted all my stuff to. But he said his organization doesn't have jurisdiction over any of that. So today I went into a federal judge's office and I got on my knees and I begged him to grant the amparo because the Fiscalia will not put the robbers in jail. Everything is on video. There's a video right outside my apartment door. There's several cameras there. There's cameras outside on the building next to us. There's a lot of cameras, and they have not gotten the cameras. And I've been asking them every single day since I was robbed. On July 11th, 2025, I went there to the Fiscalia, told them I was being robbed. I posted a YouTube video about it, and still nothing has happened. I've filed several federal amparos and nothing has happened. So I don't know what to do. I couldn't have done things any more the right way. I hired a real estate company. I worked with a real estate agent. When I got robbed, I didn't do anything. I just said, wow, this is crazy, y'all robbing me. And my phone was dead. I ran to the lady's house. There's videos on YouTube and TikTok of me recording videos on July 11th, 2025 after I was robbed. And then going to the Fiscalia because the cops let them keep the place for whatever reason, because they knew the cops, I guess. And because they've been telling my real estate agents that they were going to rob me. That was property fraud. And my real estate agents came over then like 2 nights before, like, oh, we're here to protect you. And then all of a sudden after the robbery, they're like, oh, we can't do anything. And so I don't know what is going on, but I'm here in Mexico just trying to get the people put in jail or get them to pay me. So what would you have done? You know, what would you do? I'm doing the best that I can. I went to the Fiscalia so many times. I reported everything that's happened. I was kidnapped off the street 3 days after it happened. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 4 days after it happened on July 15th, it was kidnapped off the street by 4 undercover PEI officers. Nobody said anything about why that's happened. And I was brought to jail, then brought to immigration. Their plan was to deport me, but I wasn't here illegally. So they gave me an assisted return, or they said they had to give me back to the police. So I just got a plane and came right back to Mexico. I can be in Mexico until January 2028, and then I can be here even longer because I have these court cases going on. I already talked to the head of immigration in the state, and so it comes down to, for whatever reason, the director of the Fiscalia here in Yucatan, Eric Felix Lopez, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure, because it's the only thing that makes sense. Like I said in my video, when I was in the airport before I went through customs, he did it just to prevent justice so that the robbers wouldn't go to jail and nothing would happen. And so, yeah, that's still the only thing that makes sense, because nothing is happening. They just keep closing my cases. And the federal courts seem to want to help me, but they keep trying to get me a lawyer, and they can't get me a lawyer, or the lawyers that they get don't want to help at all. and they try to get me an interpreter. The United States consulate will not help at all whatsoever, but the judges keep asking and asking and asking, and I've asked and I've done everything they've told me to do, and for whatever reason the consulate won't step in and help. And yeah, so that's the whole situation pretty much.